Now, one of the reasons we find it so easy to ridicule Flat Earth is the complete lack of ability of any prominent YouTube Flat Earther to have a discussion on the subject without completely losing their mind, and nobody embodies that more than today's two guests. Let's start with Nathan Oakley, and we're going to join him as he's ending what's meant to be a civilised scientific discussion on the Coriolis effect.
He's at the end of his crap old life and doesn't understand anything anymore because he's totally senile, has to be educated by flat earthers about the requirement for 2 reference frames, while he claims that gas is travelling with a moving earth. The guy's a total moron. He disgusts me at a fundamental level.
So in typical Flat Earth style, if you've no idea about the concepts that you're discussing, it doesn't matter. Just resort to name calling.
You stupid old bastard! You deserve pain!
I was going to say, I was hoping for a little more civil discourse tonight.
I bet you were, yeah. I think everybody was. Anyway, we're going to have a look today at how Nathan Oakley reacted when he was presented on his own Flat Earth Daily Debate show with 3 very sensible questions about the shape of the Earth. Now, do you think that Nathan Oakley, A, presents articulated and educated responses to these points, or B, do you think there's more chance of bumping into a snowman in a sauna? Well, we're going to find out in a minute, but before we do that, we have to meet Nathan Oakley's partner in crime, a certain Mr. Quantum Eraser, who at this point is actually, believe it or not, speaking to a friend of his.
You should be hung for sedition. You should be institutionalized. Right? Me and you, we're done. You come on the show, I'm going to rip your friggin' eyes out.
So the scene is set. Nathan Oakley and Quantum Eraser do a daily show where they do a good job of pretending that they believe the Earth is flat, but a really bad job of pretending they understand anything about even basic science. And enter our hero, Mr. JG Gonzalez. Now, Jose runs his own chat show, which is linked in the description, and it is absolutely superb. And he's appeared on Nathan Oakley's show to present him with 3 very sensible questions in the hope that he might get some sensible discussion out of them. Here are the questions. Right, so question number 1, an extremely reasonable question. Do we actually have any photographs of a flat Earth, or of a dome, or of an ice wall? Do any photographs of anything like that actually exist? Question number 2, are there any calculators online that can make accurate predictions about the world around us and our observations using the flat Earth as its starting position? And final question number 3, do Nathan Oakley or Quantum Eraser have any long-range observations that actually support the idea that the Earth must be flat? Now, we joined the debate straight after Jose has asked question number 1, which is, do you have any photographs of the flat Earth? Now, remember, Nathan Oakley runs his own daily debate show on the shape of the Earth, where he repeatedly asks his own subscribers for money so he can prove that the Earth is flat. So a simple question like, do you have any photographs of a flat Earth, surely shouldn't provide much of a problem.
So you want me to present you with a picture of Earth?
Yes, he does, and it's not a difficult question. You see, we've got thousands of hours of footage from the ISS and other satellites. We have thousands of photographs that are composite and non-composite from space proving that the Earth is a globe. So I think it's a fair enough question to ask, do you have any photographs that show the Earth as any other shape? See, I bet Jose has, at least 6 pictures of the globe he can show you right now.
Right here, I got 6 pictures of Earth. Which one do you want me to click?
Told you. Now, Nathan at the minute is yet to explode. He's just about managing to keep a lid on things. But will he, A, be intellectually honest enough to say, no, we don't have any pictures of flat Earth? Or will he, B, say some of the most stupid things that we've ever heard in 2019 so far? Let's find out.
Point to England.
That's a visual
Hold on. Point to England, please.
Of course, a simple idea of 3D shapes and structures can be one that's difficult to grasp if you believe the Earth is flat. But Jose simply points out that on his picture, England is on the other side of the globe. But that's not good enough for Nathan.
Now, you've just presented a picture. I've asked you to point at a specific location, and you've made it clear it's not on this one. And then you've made it clear that it's not all of it. So I'm a bit confused as to the point of your question.
So rather than just be intellectually honest and admit that there are no pictures of a flat Earth, Nathan Oakley seems to want to make the point that because when we take a picture of a globe, we can't see the far side of it, that somehow means that that picture is now no longer worth talking about. But our hero Jose doesn't want to get dragged down into pedantic, silly arguments. He knows he's proven his point. Nathan Oakley cannot produce any single image of a flat Earth, and neither can any other flat earther. So he moves on as fast as he can to question number 2, which seems to anger Nathan a little bit, and also anger his partner in crime, Quantum Eraser, who in about 45 seconds time loses it in hilarious fashion. But before we get to that bit, let's hear Jose ask question number 2.
We're gonna go to the second point. Earth calculator. Are you able to present a calculator with predictive capability? I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna show you 3 calculators that you can pull off the internet.
And I have a few more. Like this website, which uses our understanding of the heliocentric model to predict exactly what the moon phase will be at any given time and date, and exactly what the moon will look like from any given location. Or this website, which again uses our understanding of the heliocentric model to tell us what stars and planets will be visible from any given location on Earth at any given time. Or more common websites like this, which can tell us the weather thanks to the information we collect from satellites that are orbiting the Earth. We have the curve calculator, which accurately enables us to predict how much of an object will be hidden because of Earth curvature from any given distance and any given elevation. Or this eclipse calculator, which again uses our understanding of the heliocentric model to tell us when eclipses will occur and precisely which location on the globe they'll be visible from. And I could go on, but I'll finish with this one, the ISS Transit Finder. All you've got to do is plug in your location and it will tell you exactly when the International Space Station will travel overhead from your location. And it works every single time. So the significance of this question is obvious. We are able to make repeated, accurate and reliable predictions of all the observations we see around us using models that have the Earth as a globe. But if we were to make our starting point the Earth being a flat plane, none of those predictions would be possible, and nobody has been able to create any kind of calculator that has predictive capabilities of the observations we see around us using the Earth as a flat plane, which would indicate that the Earth isn't flat. Simple as. Now, when presented with this point and asked for some sort of predictive calculator, do we think that Quantum Eraser surprises us all by A, giving us a lesson in advanced geometry and showing us where we're wrong, B, gives us a lesson in advanced astronomy, showing us where we're wrong, C, gives us a lesson in advanced seismology, showing us where we're all wrong, or B, do we think he just handles it in the only way he knows how? Enjoy.
Can you provide a calculator with predictive capabilities on how things disappear from the bottom up that I can key in?
What's a scientific prediction, moron?
And you can give me a
with a calculator.
Yes, can you provide that? Yes or no? No, we can move on to the next part.
You wouldn't know the difference between a Bunsen burner and a
Shut the fuck up, John.
meatball.
Nathan is trying to
How many
talk, bro.
slobber nurses does it take for you to put your shirt on in the morning? Look at your
Shut the fuck
fucking
up,
dumb
John.
ass. You're a retard. Look at you, retard. Get the fuck out of here.
So it appears that Quantum Eraser, in his own unique way, was actually saying, no, we do not have any kind of calculator that makes any sort of predictions based on a flat Earth. What a surprise. Jose, well done for keeping you cool through that. Massive respect to you. And again, I've linked your channel in the description. It is well worth checking out for proper debate. Anyway, Nathan Oakley could see how bad this was going, and he decided to step in and save the day with a little bit more talking bollocks.
So you've asked me to provide an equivalent calculator, and I've asked you what it proves.
I'm asking you, can you provide it? That was my first question.
Provide
If you
what?
answer that question.
So at this point, Nathan's behaviour has become extremely odd, to the point where he's pretending now to either have forgotten the question that was asked of him, or he's pretending not to understand what the question was.
Provide what? You haven't told me.
So I think this is Nathan's way of saying no. There is no such thing as a flat Earth calculator that has any sort of predictive capabilities. And by the time Jose directs the conversation towards the Earth curve calculator that we mentioned earlier on, Nathan is in full-on denial mode.
I don't know what your calculator proves. So how am I supposed to get an equivalent? You say a predictive calculator that says things will disappear from the bottom up. If I provide you some numbers that say things disappear from the bottom up and the maths works out, that won't be an equivalent to something that proves nothing, because mine will also prove nothing. So who cares?
So there we go, the Flat Earth debate team fail again. They fail to provide photographs, they fail to provide a Flat Earth calculator with predictive capabilities, and they fail to even be able to articulate why they don't think these things are significant. So with Jose 2-0 up and seemingly making this debate look like a walk in the park, he goes on to question number 3. Do you have any long-range observations that prove the Earth is flat? Now, Jose has come prepared with a whole suite of his own observations proving Earth curvature, starting off with a lighthouse which has been obstructed from the bottom from distance. So, do we think Quantum Eraser A counters these arguments with observations of his own? Do you think he B talks about properly calibrating your equipment or properly measuring your observer height or your distance between yourself and the target? Do we think he talks about the science of refraction? Or C, Do we think he does, again, the only thing he's capable of? In fantastic fashion. Yes, Nathan, Jose is having to ask over and over again because what he's not getting is anything that resembles a concise and articulate answer to his very clear and polite questions. What he's getting instead seems to be Quantum Eraser's version of toddler roleplay. Now, we have to remember that Nathan and Quantum Eraser do this on a daily basis and repeatedly demand and receive super chat money from their subscribers. So how do they get away with it? How do they get away with putting out such scientifically illiterate, poor content on a daily basis and yet still manage to con their subscriber base into making them feel it's something worthwhile? Well, let's play a game of Spot the Difference.
All right. So in the first point, I was able to present pictures of Earth, right, as a whole. Yes, I did. Number two, I was able to present a calculator. You interrupted me. You did a recap of 3 points, and you interrupted me now. I want to do a recap of the 3 points. Then you can either agree or disagree. Number two, I'm going to lower my volume. I'm not listening to you, so I'm going to still present my points. Right? Number two, I was able to present.
Now, that clip you've just heard there was Jose trying to summarise what happened in the debate. Notice how he was interrupted and he was shouted over, and we couldn't really hear much of what was going on. Now, compare that to clip number 2.
All right. So in the first point, I was able to present pictures of Earth, right, as a whole. Yes, I did.
No, he didn't. He challenged me to present a picture of the whole. Then he presented a picture of not the whole and justified that part of the image, the very part I'm at, was on the other side of the ball.
Now, I'm sure you did spot the difference. In that second clip, it did appear that Jose decided to stop speaking halfway through, so all we could hear was Nathan Oakley. Now, for those of you familiar with the Flat Earth community, you will know that Nathan Oakley is infamous for his use of the mute button, which means that whenever he gets a panellist on his show who gets the upper hand against him in a debate, which is every panellist that goes on the show, Nathan Oakley will use that mute button so none of his subscribers can hear what's going on, and then it gives the illusion that Nathan Oakley is dominating and winning the debate. However, this time, Jose managed to record the entire stream from his end and has uploaded it mute button free, and I have linked that in the description so you can all have a look at it. Until then, I think we need to be played out again with Quantum Eraser's finest arguments from today's show. And I will be back very soon with an interview with BM Furball, and I'll be back soon on Conspiracy Cats just in a couple of days. So, well done, Jose. Bye-bye.